Shloka number 522. ब्रह्म प्रत्यय संततिर जगत ततो ब्रह्मैव तत्सर्वतः पश्य अध्यात्म दृशा प्रशांत मनसा सर्वस्वस्थस्वपि रूपादन्यदपेक्षितं किमभितश्चक्षुष्मतां दृश्यते तद्वद् ब्रह्मविदः शत किम परम बुद्धेर्विहारास्पदम्. The translation is, an unbroken stream of perception of Brahman is this universe. So in every respect, it is nothing but Brahman. In all conditions, perceive the Brahman with the vision of illumination and the serene mind. Is it ever possible that one who has eye can see anything other than forms all around? So too, what is there to engage the intellect of a realized person, save Brahman? In previous talk, we discussed about the disciple was ready to go and Guru was saying the last words. We can say that the convocation date has come, so he had to depart. Everything is not permanent, so he had to depart. And lastly, Guru was giving some very important instructions to the disciple. This disciple also now realized the person. But for Guru, disciple is a disciple. Like a mother, her child is always her child. No matter he is now 60 or 80. So for the Guru, for the master, his disciple is a disciple. So he is giving some instructions to the disciple. He says, Brahma pratyay santatir jagadato brahmaiva tat sarvata. The very important topic he is giving, he says, now you are going away from me. And what is work you have to do that? The only work is Brahma pratyay santatir jagadato brahmaiva tat sarvata. I remember sometime I said, Drishtim brahmamayam kritva pashet brahmamayam jagat. Your vision should be self-centered. Then the entire universe is just nothing apart from the Brahman. He says, Pasya Adhyatma Drisha. Adhyatma Drisha means what? Adhyatma Drisha means it is like this. We have eyes. Then we can see the color, the form. We have nose, we can smell. We have tongue, we can taste. Adhyatma Drisha means we have to develop the vision of the self. Then, if you have vision of self, we can see the self, we can understand the self, we can realize the self. And once it has happened, then Brahma Pratyay Santatihi. Pratyay Santati means the thought of the Brahman unbroken. Unbroken thought of the Brahman, like I am human. This is thought. I am the human. Wherever I am, in which condition I am, in what age I am, no matter. I am the human being, I am the human being. So once this thought had developed, I am the Brahman, then I am the Brahman, I am the Brahman. Not only I am the Brahman. Master says, Jagadato Brahmaiva. The all universe, the entire universe, you, your enemy, you, your house, you, your friends, you, your relatives. The duality will disappear. Brahmaiva tat sarvataha. Mind will become calm. Then sarvasthavastha shapi. No condition in which condition you are living. Any condition cannot affect you. And he is giving now an example. Rupat anyat avekshitam kimabhis chakshusvatam drishya. It's giving an example like for a person who has eyes. Like us, we all have eyes. What is the purpose of eyes? Kim chakshusmatam drishyate. The only purpose is of eye, I can see the color. I will not make any difference. This is the good color, this is bad color. I will not make any difference. Whatever color will come in front of eye, I can catch it. This is the purpose of the eye. Same, Brahma tat vidah sat kim param. Same, the realized person, the person who has the vision of the Brahman, the person who has the understanding of the self, that person only will see the Brahman. Buddhe viharaspadam. Buddhe viharaspadam means the all play is being played by intellect. Intellect is playing in duality, in pairs, in pain, in pleasure, death and birth, enemy, friends, good, bad. All play is being played by intellect. So this is the story of the intellect. Intellect is playing everything. Now, intellect will disappear. Buddhe viharaspadam, the Buddhe intellect has gone. Only Brahman is there, nothing else. Now, next one. Kastam paramaranda rashanuhuti musrijya shunneshu ramet vidwan chandre mahaladini deepyamane chitrendu malokitam ka iksheta. See the translation. He says, which wise man would relinquish reveling in supreme bliss for the enjoyment of artillery things. When the greatly enchanting moon is shining, who would wish to gaze upon a painted moon. Now he's giving more explanations about this. He says, Kastam Paramananda Rashanubhuti. The person who once gained the realization of the absolute Brahman, Parananda. Parananda means the absolute happiness. Once, if you have got it, Musrit Jisunne Suramet Kaha Vidwan. That person who has realized the Paramananda, absolute happiness, this person will not enjoy the worldly things. Shunya means the object does not exist. Shunya means the objects are appears, but when we touch, they disappear. They always appears from a distance, but when you touch, when you get, they will lose their charm. They will leave their charm. They would be beautiful if they are away from you. In Gita, Lord Sri Krishna says, Narupamase tathopalabhyate. These objects are looking very, very charming. These objects are very beautiful. But there one thing should be there, and this is the distance. Distance makes them beautiful. Between you and object, their distance must be. Then every object would be beautiful. So beautification of the objects depends between you and the object. There must be difference. There must be distance. If distance will disappear, then beautification of the objects will disappear. Nothing is there. Lord Sri Krishna says, Narupamase tathopalabhyate. They were very beautiful. They were very charming. But when you achieve it, they will lose their charm. Vidwan Ramate, he is giving an example here. Chandre Mahaladini Deepyamane. It is like there was full moon, moon was shining in the sky. Its rays were very beautiful, very charming, very enjoyable. The weather was very hot. At night, the rays of the moon were very, very beautiful, very calm. And you were enjoying. And some person comes and says, I will show you very beautiful painting of the moon. It is made by Picasso or any other great painter. I am giving to you this. Shankaracharya says, no one take interest. Now next one. Asat padartha anubhave na kinchin nayyasti triptir nacha dukkhahani tad dvayananda rashanubhutyaha tripta sukham tishta sadatmanishtaya. See the translation. In the perception of objects unreal, there is neither the slightest contentment nor the cessation of misery. Therefore, content in the realization of essence of non-dual bliss, remain happy, ever established in the self. Guru is giving more instructions to the master. Master is giving more instructions to the disciple. Asat padartha anubhave na kinchin nayyasti tripti. Think deeply. Ever anyone, the world has got contentment, satisfaction from the world? We are trying, not only we are our ancestors, great rishis, great kings, emperors, warriors, they tried everywhere to get satisfaction from the world. Shankaracharya says, no one had achieved it. Asat padartha anubhavena kinchit. By the imagination, you cannot gain anything. If reflection is in the mirror, you can see it. But it is not useful to you. You cannot live with the image of the reflection. Asat padartha anubhavena kinchit. The first thing is, Shankaracharya says, you have to understand this very deeply. The objects are unreal. But our experience says, no, they are real. This is the problem. Scriptures are saying something, and our realizes, our experience says something different. Asat padarth, the padarth object, they appears, but they does not exist. They appears, they are not there. We are trying to experience them, which does not. And that is why nayyasti tripti, the satisfaction of anyone. No one can get satisfaction from the world. Because you want real satisfaction. And objects are unreal. So unreal objects cannot give you real satisfaction. That is why we are trying. Nayyasti triptir nacha dukkhani. It is like this. If you are very hungry, and you have so many paintings of food, there is a very delicious food, but in the painting, not in actual. So many paintings are there. There are sweets, there is salt, so many foods, and you are still hungry. You cannot eat. Nayyasti triptir nacha dukkhani. This painted food, this painting of the food, irrespective how many they are, how many they are beautiful, they are no meaning. Nayyasti triptir, they cannot give you satisfaction. They cannot remove your misery of hunger. There may be unlimited paintings of foods. Very beautiful. Once I was in Himalaya, it happened when a group of the TV serial maker, they came there and they were making any serial. So there was a saint, very innocent, but very, very, very established. Both way, very innocent in the way of the world. He was so innocent, like a child. His smile was very, very pure. Very pure. Like childish. No cunningness. So simple, but so great. So crew members came to meet him, and he said, "Why are you here?" They said, "We are making a TV serial. The object is Ganga." He said, "What is a TV? I do not know TV." Then they said, "Okay, I will make you understand. I will show you what is a TV." Then he put a TV in front of him, and he said, "Now, I cannot see anything here." Then he said, "No." Then he connected the camera and everything, and TV was started. He was surprised. He was looking so deeply. Wow, what is going here? Here is Ganga, very pure Ganga. It is looking better than original. It is looking better. The water was flowing, sound was coming. So closely, he was surprised. He was teacher, so there were so many his disciples also. He became so happy. And finally he said to the member of the crew, he said, "This the Ganga?" They said, "Yes, this the Ganga." He said, "Okay, then give me a drop of the water. I want to drink." They became so sad. We cannot make this. This is not Ganga. This is looking like Ganga, but this is not Ganga. This will look better than Ganga. But this water cannot give you tripti. Shankaracharya says, this water cannot make you satisfied. This water, which is in TV, cannot remove your thirst. Nayasti triptir nacha dukkhahani. See the wording of Shankaracharya's. In TV, the water is more beautiful, more pure, because it is lighted. It is picturized. It looks better than the original water. But what is use? What the purpose? Same thing here. This world is looking better than a Brahman. The stars, the moon, the sun, the earth, the water, everything looks better than ourselves. That is why we ignore ourselves. Always we are looking to the world because it looks more beautiful than self. But result is, Shankaracharya says, Naitripti nadukkhani, like the water which is in TV screen. It cannot give you satisfaction and it cannot remove your thirst. Same, the world, it may be seen better than the Brahman, but it is not. It cannot remove your miseries. It cannot give you satisfaction. So Guru says, Tad doyanandarashanubhutya tripta sada sukham tishta sadatmanishtaya. Guru says, Atmanishtaya. You establish yourself. You connect yourself with yourself. You connect yourself with yourself. then you enjoy Ananda Rashanubhutya, the happiness of the Brahman, the nature of the Brahman. It will make you tripta. It will make you satisfied and you would be happy. Now, next one. Sameva sarvatha pasyan manyamana swayam advayam swanandam anubhunjana kalam naye mahamate. See the translation. O noble one, beholding yourself everywhere, contemplating upon the self, pass your time enjoying the bliss of the non-dual self. See, Guru is giving last instructions to the disciple. He says, Sameva sarvatha pasyan. Very, very extraordinary instructions. Very extraordinary instructions. In the world, we always hear that you concentrate to other. Your concern should be to the other. See the other. Respect to the other. See the building. See the property. See the family. Prosperity. Everything. But who says? See yourself. Who says to you that you see yourself? Thus, everyone will say to you, see your property, see your post, see your family, see your society, your country, your wealth, your health, your everything. But no one says, see yourself. Guru says, Shameva sarvatha pasyan. Your mind should be with yourself. Behold yourself. You are so important. You are so precious. You are so treasured. Why are you looking here and there? What is the purpose? Why are you looking unreal objects? Master says, see yourself. Manyamana swayam advayam. And one more thing. If you see yourself, not in this only in this body, not only in this body, I am in this body, I am limited, I am jiva. No, not this way. Manyamana swayam advayam. I am everywhere, including this body. I am everywhere. Swanandam anubhunjanaha. And you have tasted entire world. You have tasted so many foods. You have tasted so many relations. You have tasted so many respect and disrespect. You have tasted anger and peace. You have tasted everything except yourself. Still, you don't have any taste about yourself. Guru says, Swarandam Bhunjana, now your time has come, you taste you. What is your taste? What is your existence? What is meaningful your presence? Forget everything. What value other thing does or not. It is not your matter. Guru says only matter is just concentrate yourself and value yourself. You will get unlimited happiness. Shanandam Bhunjana. You will get the happiness which is without condition and which is without limits. Always with you. Kalam ne Mahamate, he says, you pass your time. According to your prarabdha, your destiny, you have time. There may be 50 years, 60 years, 40 years. It is no matter. Do not commit suicide. Do not destroy the body. Live with the body, but you have changed your method. Now, next one. Akhanda bodhatmani nirvikalpe vikalpanam vyomani prakalpanam taddoyananda mayatmana sada shantim parameti bhajaswamaunam. See the translation. In the indivisible knowledge, absolute, the self, dualistic conception are like castle in the air. Therefore, attaining supreme peace, live in silence, identifying yourself with the non-dual bliss supreme. Now, Guru gives some more instructions. He says, Akhanda bodhatmani nirvikalpe. Your nature is, now Guru is talking about direct to the disciple. Brahman is not here. He says Atmani. Atmani means you. In you. Guru is not addressing as a Brahman. Now he is addressing Atmani, you. You are Akhanda bodhatmani nirvikalpe. He says you. Like Tattvamasi. Tvam, you. So Guru says, Akhanda bodhatmani nirvikalpe. Your self is nirvikalpa. Your self is nirvikalpa. Nirvikalpa means what? There is no duality. Duality means what? Like pain and pleasure. Dual. Pair. Death and birth. Happiness, misery. Indual. Modifications. Sometimes you are happy. Other time you are not happy. Sometimes you are in contentment. Sometimes you are very hopeless. Guru says, you, your Atmani, there is no vikalpa, no duality. This is the principle. In yourself, there is no vikalpa. If there is vikalpa, there is any conception of duality, it means something has gone wrong. Vikalpa means our conception, our notion, our imagination. Like we imagine, there would be this, there would be this, there would be this. And imagination has no limit. You can imagine unlimited. Guru says, Nirvikalpe vikalpanam vyomani purkalpanam. It is like if in Atman, in the self, the reality is there is no any modification. But it appears in modification in the self. It means like this in the sky there is a city, castle. How? See, when you are flying, then sometimes we see from the aeroplane, there is a clouds in the sky. And because we have so strong, powerful imagination power, we can imagine there is an elephant, there is a building, there is a roads, there is a water, there is a mountain. Any image we can impose there because there is nothing. This is the problem. If there is something, then you cannot imagine. Like this is the chair. This is the reality. You cannot imagine. Imagine is finished. Imagination happens when there is nothing. Simple clouds are there. You can imagine there anything. You can impose. You can impose their elephant. You can impose their animals. You can impose their human beings, their mountains, their screen blank. So Guru says, Vyomni Purakalpanam, same, Tadvayanandamayatmana sada. That is why Guru says, you are alone, Anandamaya, the only happiness with nature, Shantim Paramamiti Bhajaswa, and become happy, peaceful, calm, and Maunam. Very important, Maunam means silence. The world is very beautiful, Maunam. But this world has been translated, interpreted very wrong way. Mauna means don't speak. It is a mauna. Don't speak. But here it is not this meaning. Shankaracharya says, here mouning means very different. You have seen, sometimes you may have seen, there were so many Baba, Mauni Baba. They never talk. But this talkless make them restless. They were trying to convince so many ways. They are moving hands, they're writing something, they make so many gestures to say simple thing. But they cannot say simple things, so they make so many things, so many gestures, so many efforts. Shankaracharya says, this is not Maunam. Maunam means your quietness, your calmness. See the next word. Tushnim avastha paramopashanti buddhe rasat kalp vikalp hitoho brahmatmana brahmavido mahatmano yata dayananda sukham nirantaram. See the translation. The cause of all imagination, the mind becomes perfectly serene to the sage who has known Brahman. Indeed, this is the state of quiescence in which, ever identified with Brahman, one constantly enjoys the non-dual bliss absolute. Shankaracharya is explaining what is the meaning of the Maunam. So don't take this word Maunam, of previous method. It is very different in Vedanta. Tushnim avastha paramopashanti. He says, when your mind, your sense organs, your body, all becomes quiet. Not only Your speech is quiet. Your ears also quiet. Your tongue is quiet. Sense organs all are quiet. Body is in calm. And finally, your mind. The most important thing is your mind. He says, Buddhe rasat kalpana vikalpa hetu. Buddhi, the intellect. Intellect, what does? We say the intellect is very good thing. Because the person is intelligent, it is a very good sign. But here in this state, Guru says, your intellect is like a sword. It can cut anything. Our intellect is like sword. It can cut tree. It can cut vegetables, human beings, animals. It can cut. But the sword cannot cut the iron. Iron is the cause of the sword. Same, our intellect is like a sword. It can cut anything. It can discriminate anything. Whatever things comes in front of the intellect, immediately it applies its power and it discriminates. This is good, this is bad. This is mine, this is not. Immediately. In Brahma Sutra, there is a sutra, Tarka Apratisthana. The logic cannot reach to the Brahman. Shankaracharya says, Buddhe rasat kalpa vikalpa hetu. The only intellect is the cause for modification. The intellect is only the cause for imagination. This is the good, this is the bad, this is yours, this is mine. Only intellect. Intellect can make duality very easily. Very easily. Asat vikalpa hetu. It makes vikalpa in duality. And duality is the cause for misery. Because this is mine. So I want it catch. I want it protect. This is the good, I want to gain it. This is this, this is this. And in diversity, we lost. And we try to protect and we try to avoid. Our struggle is going on endlessly. No peace. Shankaracharya says, when buddhi, the intellect, becomes quiet, tushni avastha, when our sense organs, our pranas, our body, our intellect, all becomes maunam, quiet. Then paramopasanti, the happiness, absolute happiness will chase you. Don't worry. You don't follow any happiness. You will never get. You will never succeed. You run, but your happiness will run faster than you. You never catch your happiness. But when paramopasanti, your mind, your intellect, your sense, body, everything becomes quiet, and you realize yourself, then happiness will follow you. Brahmatmana Brahmavido Mahatmano Yatra Dvayananda Sukham Nirantaram. He says, the realized person like a great master, great saint. The happiness of oneness will remain always with this hymn. Now next, Nasti nirvasanan maunat param sukha dukh uttamam vigyātātma sarupasya swananda rasa paina. See the translation. There is nothing more exhilarating than the quenches which comes from being free of subtle urges, vasana, to one who has known one's own essential nature and who savours the bliss of the self. And Guru says, freedom from the vasana. What is the maunam? See the explanation more about the maunam. He says, if inside there is no desires, no urges, then you would be happy, you would be calm. If there are so many desires, there is no maunam. You can control, somehow you can control your sense organs. In Gita, such person, Lord Sri Krishna says, he is hypocrite. He is doing hypocrisy. Mithyachara uchyate. If there are urges, there are vasanas, and we want to control, we want to close our eyes, our sense organs, you cannot. Not possible. They will bounce back, and very badly. Nasti nirvasanan maunat param sukhkrid uttamam. He says, the first thing is all vasana, the desires. When desires are not there, you can become quiet. And this is the state of best happiness. And this will come vigyātātma sarupasya. Only way is you know yourself. Otherwise, there is no way. You have to know yourself. This is the only way become desireless. Only way is know yourself. You have to know, you must know yourself. Then nirvasana, there is no other any desire, and you can become a maunam. Swananda rasa paina, and enjoy yourself. You are so happy. You are so valuable. The entire world cannot compare with you. Your happiness, your being happiness, your presence is happiness. Everything is happiness. Just remember you. Just connect to yourself. Just see yourself. Now next. Gachan stistan upavisan sayanu vanyathapi va yathekshaya baset vidwan atma rama sadamuni. See the translation. Whether going or staying, sitting or lying down, or in any other state, the enlightened sage, whose sole pleasure is in the self, lives ever at ease. See the statement of the Guru, instructions of the Guru. He does not say how to sit. Your parents will tell you how to sit properly, how to eat. Society will tell you, family will tell you what are the manners, how to follow, say sorry, say thank you. There are so many manners. And in more advanced state, the religion will come, and religion will teach you how to do this karma, how to do this karma, how do not do, what to do, what not to do. So there are so many systems. They are always teaching us this the good, how to sit, how to eat, how to go, how to not. Every time, society, the king, the state, religion, everyone is trying to teach us. We are the soft targets for everyone. How to sit, how to walk, how to not walk. But very differently, Guru says to disciple, you walk whatever way you want. This is not my concern. You sit whatever way you want, you sit. This is not my concern. How to sit, how to sleep, how to go, how to come, how to eat. This is not my concern. It's up to you. You are beyond of the body, so this is not my concern. My concern is only Vivekchaya baset vidwan atma rama sadamune. This is not my concern. You do whatever you want. My only concern is Atma Ram. You take rest in you. My only concern is, I repeatedly saying you again and again, Atma Ram. You connect yourself with yourself. You rest, take rest in you. One thing you have to do. Then all is over. Only thing is Atma Ram. You take rest in you. If you are with you, then no matter how to go, how to sleep, how to walk, how to sit, how to speak, these all are the meaningless. No meaning, useless. Yathekshaya, it is up to you. So this topic is for society, for the state, for the religion. They will tell us how to sit, how to do. Now next one. Nadesha kala san digyamadi लक्ष्याद्यपेक्षा प्रतिबद्धम वृत्तेः संसिद्ध तत्त्वस्य महात्मनोऽस्ति स्ववेदनेका नियमाद्यवस्था. The sage who has perfect realization of truth and whose mind therefore encounters no obstructions, no more relies upon conditions of place, time, posture, directions, moral, discipline, objects of meditation, etc. What formulate can there be for recognizing one's own self? See, Guru has given so much freedom. He's giving all freedom. And he's telling truth. He says, the person who has known himself, the sage who has perfectly realized himself, his essential nature, for that person, there is no any rule, not in this world, not in the scripture. Even Shankaracharya has wrote somewhere, Shankaracharya has said somewhere, Nistraya gunde pati vichartam ko vidhir ko nishedha. For this person, there is no any guideline. He is absolutely free. Here he is saying, for him, there is no rule, no condition. In previous, we have been taught that you sit in this posture, you take this direction, you take west, east, north, south. So in previous state, directions has meaning, directions have meanings, asanas have meanings, time has meanings, everything has meanings. But now there is no meaning. He says, there is no target for you. That is why any direction, any posture, any time, any place, this is sacred place, this is not sacred place, this is market, this is Himalaya, no meaning. So no condition, no place, no time, no posture, no direction, and no moral condition. You are beyond of all. Because Swavedanika Niyamadhyavastha. Very simply, he is saying, if you are in the room and someone asks, you are there, then you say, let me check. My direction is not good. I should face east. My posture is not good. I should first sit on Padmasana. No. No direction is needed. No posture is needed. No time is needed. Nothing is needed. Immediately you can say, yes, I am here. What is required? Nothing is required. You are enough. Now, next and last. घटो अमिति विज्ञातुम नियमा कोन्वीक्षते बिना प्रमाण सुष्टुत्वम यस्मिन् सति पदार्थधि. He says, this is a jar. To know this, what condition is necessary, save the meaning of knowledge be without any defects, which alone ensure the cognition of the object. Very simply giving another explanation, like this is the chair. In Vedanta, we have heard so many times about Ghat, because that time Ghat was very important for them. But now the chairs are very important. So I will give you an example of chair. This is chair. To know that, what is needed, what is required, what the requirements for to know that chair, only your eyes, your vision. Your vision should be correct. This is the rose flower. What is required to know that? Your vision. Your eyes should be clear. Your vision should be clear. Nothing is required. He said, Bina sushtu pramanatvam. Sushtu pramanam means the authentic proof. Our eyes should be clear. That's all. Nothing is needed. Same, I am here. Nothing is needed. I am here. That's all. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Vadarayanam Sutra Bhashya Kritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah. Isharo Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavada Vyapta Dehaya Dakshina Murtaye Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.